Good morning, welcome to Pod Football. Miles and Jimmy here as we look ahead to the final day of the Premier League season, the final day of the season 2019-20, the final day of the longest Premier League season ever, going from August all the way through to the end of July. It's just been never ending, and the next one's going to start before we know it as well. But we've got one more weekend of action, one more day of action. Every game is 4 o'clock on Sunday. There's quite a lot of different permutations that could happen. It's actually one of the more exciting final days in recent memory, I would say. Champions League places are up for grabs. Relegation spots are up for grabs. Europa League football's up for grabs. All sorts is up for grabs. Arsenal take on Watford, Burnley, Brighton, Chelsea, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Everton, Bournemouth, Leicester, Man United, Man City, Norwich, Newcastle, Liverpool, Southampton, Sheffield United, and West Ham, Aston Villa. Right, I'm going to try and group some of these games together. So I think we start with the Champions League spots, and then we'll do relegation places, and then we'll sort of do the rest of the games that mean a bit less. So, Champions League games. Chelsea take on Wolves. This is a big test for Chelsea, who have not looked great over the last few weeks. They got absolutely battered by Liverpool. Yes, they scored 3 goals. But the big question mark is, do you Kepa Kepa or do you get rid of Kepa?
Do you put Willie back in goal? Who knows?
Exactly. You swing the Willie at it.
Yeah, do you? So, yeah, it's a huge game, isn't it? It's a one-game showdown. So, do I think Chelsea are going to do it? I think they might just about nick it, but it's going to be tight, isn't it? And, yeah, they've had such a fantastic season. Got the FA Cup final next week as well. I would love it if they blew it. It'd be great.
Why?
Because I don't like Chelsea, mate. So,
well, we both support the other London clubs, so
yeah, no, Wolves are on the crest of a wave at the moment. They've been brilliant all season. It would be great if they pipped them to it. So, I don't think
Wolves get the Champions League. No, Wolves are away from it.
You can tell I've looked to the league table, can't you? So,
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, give me a sec. Getting the table up now. Where is it?
I think they've just missed out, haven't they?
Yeah, no. Wolves can only finish 5th.
Shame, but they can really throw a spanner into the works, can't they? So, and I think they might do. I really do. I really like Wolves. They've had a fantastic season.
Right, give me your score prediction for this one.
I'm going 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves. Okay. Right, I'll try and remember that because I want to try and do some maths at the end. 2-1 Wolves. I'm actually going to go 2-2. I think Chelsea are going to draw, but I think that will be enough for Chelsea. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
Chelsea pretty much guaranteed Champions League football. That's another question because of the next game I'm about to tell you about. Because Leicester host Manchester United at the King Power. So what that means is that Chelsea. Actually, no, Chelsea are in 4th. So if Leicester win and Chelsea lose, Chelsea will drop out the Champions League places. Yeah. How do you think the game's going to go at the King Power? Because Leicester have been wobbly. And to be fair, Man United have been picking up results. But draw against West Ham didn't look good. Yeah. What happened in the game before? They lost, didn't they? Or they drew with Southampton as well. I don't know. They've not played. I thought they were playing a lot better than they have been.
It seems like they're stumbling over the line a little bit, aren't they? They got absolutely battered in the FA Cup again, didn't they? Obviously, De Gea had a shocker. But yeah, it's going to be tight, isn't it? As you say, Leicester have been awful since coming back from the lockdown. But I wouldn't be surprised if they win quite comfortably and they just sail into the Champions League and job done.
Vardy's in a bit more form, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Without Vardy's goals, they'll be struggling massively. So, yeah, it's going to be close, isn't it? But I hope they do it, Leicester. 2-1, mate.
You're going to go 2-1 Leicester?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm sitting on the fence again. Everything for me screams 1-1 draw.
Oh, okay.
So you think Wolves and Leicester are going to win?
I do, yes.
So for you, the Champions League spots will be Leicester in 3rd, United in 4th.
Yes.
And Chelsea dropping out in 5th.
And then losing the FA Cup final the week after.
Yeah, good one. And then, I've got it staying exactly the same as it is. Man United, Chelsea, Leicester dropping out. Unfortunate for Leicester, because I think they deserve it this season, but the COVID has killed them.
Yeah, you said at the start of the season we're going to finish where we are. They'd take it 100%, wouldn't they? So great season still, fantastic season.
Yeah, but I think the fans will be disappointed because they had a grip on
the
It was a decent grip. All right, should we do relegation? Because this, I'm excited.
Yes.
So 2 from 3 teams will go down. Watford, Bournemouth, Aston Villa. Watford have potentially the hardest task, travelling to the Emirates to face Arsenal, an Arsenal side that lost last weekend against Aston Villa, which Watford no favours, an Arsenal side that had the FA Cup final next weekend. But there's a full week turnaround for the FA Cup final. The Arteta said he's going to play his strongest side because he needs to rebuild the confidence. With a week turnaround, I would suggest that's a good idea. It's not like everyone's saying resting players for the FA Cup final. If the FA Cup final's on Tuesday, yes, but it's next weekend. I see Arsenal playing their strongest side, and I think it's going to be very tricky for Watford, especially as they have just been pretty embarrassing over the last few weeks.
No, I agree. I think he will go as strong as possible, Arteta. As you say, when you beat Man City and Liverpool in a week and then lose to Aston Villa, that just sums up how Arsenal we are. So, I think go strongest team, get the tactics prepared for next week and win comfortably. As you say, I think Watford's game they really needed something out of was that West Ham game, wasn't it, where they didn't turn up and they got battered.
And they were
never going to...
They didn't, to be honest, they didn't offer enough against Man City, because if they'd have just lost 2-0, they'd still be out the relegation zone and still be in a slightly more positive spot that they just have to match Aston Villa's result. There's only a 1 goal swing in it, so goal difference is going to come into play here. But they're just terrible. I tell you what, as a Spurs fan, I was watching the game on during the week, midweek against Man City. Yeah. I watched it and I went, thank God we didn't spend that money on Abdoulaye Doucouré. Pass.
Yeah, they're just going down with a whimper, aren't they? They've been awful for weeks, and getting rid of Pearson was just a strange move, and it seems like they don't really know where they're going to go after that. And they've got some very good players. They've just not had a very good season. When you have 4 managers in a season, you're going to struggle big time. So,
score prediction for the Emirates?
I think we're going to batter them 4-0.
Wow.
I think they're going to properly have a shocker. It's job done. I'm really sorry, Watford.
I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah.
3-1 Arsenal. I think Watford are done, unfortunately. I want Watford to stay up. I live around the corner from the ground.
Well, exactly. Yeah, we know a lot of Watford fans. We like Watford, but they've had an absolute shocker.
Yes, so that means Watford are going down. Everton, Bournemouth, which is happening at Goodison Park. Bournemouth have been better in recent weeks. Everton are wobbly. They'll win 1, they'll lose 2. This is a difficult game to call, but I'm tempted to say that Bournemouth might just get something out of it.
Yeah, you're right. I think Bournemouth has shown a bit of fight in the last couple of games, haven't they? They were pretty mediocre for a while, and then they've started to pick it up a little bit. And I think Villa got a point at Everton a few weeks ago, didn't they? Which gives you a bit of hope. And as you say, Everton have been awful for weeks. I think they're done for the season now, aren't they? They're on their holidays. And I think Bournemouth might win. Wouldn't it be great if they won?
It would, because you want at least one of them to get an early goal, so that the news filters through to the other games, and the other games become a bit more manic.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to nick it 1-0. It's going to be tight. It's going to be horrible to watch, but they're going to nick it.
I think it's going to be 2-1 Bournemouth.
Do you?
I think they can do it well. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay. West Ham, Aston Villa. Now, this is an interesting game because Aston Villa have improved a lot over the last couple of weeks, and they've looked a lot more solid, actually. They've been really wobbly at the back, and then all of a sudden shored it up. But West Ham have been fabulous since sort of the week before last, and it sounds like 2 games ago, but that's about 4 games. They've played really well, and Mikel Antonio, the bull in the china shop as we call him, up top, running about, getting his body in, causing havoc, causing chaos. He doesn't look particularly technically gifted, but he'll just cause an absolute mess and then score goals. That's brilliant. But he's in incredible form. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I'm tempted to say draw, which would keep Aston Villa up.
I think Aston Villa are going to have a little bit of overconfidence, thinking they've done it. I think after beating Arsenal, I think they've looked at the pictures and gone, do you know what? I think we're going to stay up. And as you say, West Ham are flying at the moment. And if they're Mikel Antonio, if there's a couple of England games coming up, it wouldn't be far away at the moment. But yeah, I've got a feeling West Ham are going to nick it 2-1.
I think it's going to be a draw. I think that Bournemouth get an early goal and then it becomes a bit more chaotic and Aston Villa sit in. The key for Aston Villa is, provided Watford do get beaten, but if Watford get an early goal as well, this game could go mental too, and it could be really, really excited. I think they just need to keep the solidity they've had over the last couple of weeks. If they don't concede a goal, they stay up. That's my thought process over this weekend. If you keep a clean sheet, Aston Villa, you stay in the Premier League. So I can't see Watford getting a win, and Bournemouth are 3 points behind. So that should be task one, is not to concede. And I don't think they will. I think it's going to be 0-0. I think they're going to just hang on and just scrape it.
Nice. It's nice to go into the last day of the season with at least 5 games meaning something instead of maybe 1. It's nice to have a very, very good-looking Sunday ahead of us where it's going to be very, very entertaining.
So then you can click the live table tab throughout and see the teams changing position. So for me, Villa stay up, Watford and Bournemouth go down. For you, Bournemouth stay up, Villa and Watford go down.
Oh, well done, Eddie Howe. Great season.
Still don't think they do great. Right, let's go through the rest of the games, the meaningless games, so to speak. Yeah. Burnley, Brighton at Turf Moor. Brighton are safe. Again, they've just done the bare minimum to stay safe this season, but they've stayed up. Burnley can't finish in the Europa League places. I just think it's going to be rubbish.
Yeah, it wasn't one that inspired me there, mate, to be honest. I did think, oh my God. But yeah, I think Brighton have had a good season, just stay in the Premier League and build and Potter. I think that's a really good season for them. So, 0-0. It's going to be awful.
0-0. I think Burnley are going to get it 2-0. Right, next is Crystal Palace Tottenham at Selhurst Park. Tottenham win. Tottenham qualify for Europe, pretty much. Is in 7th, or his 7th European spot this season. I'm pretty sure it is because of the because of the cup finals. Or maybe not. If Arsenal win the FA Cup, actually, it might not be.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be irritating. But Tottenham could jump Wolves as well, depending on what happens in the Chelsea game. I predict to be a draw. If Tottenham win, they jump Wolves in that situation. Palace have been terrible for weeks.
Yeah, I think Palace is going to win 2-1.
Yeah, if you've been terrible for weeks, you want to go and the team to face is Spurs. No, I think Spurs are going to get it. I think Spurs will get it. I think it'll be boring, but I think it'll be 1-0. Right, on to the next game of the weekend is Manchester City, Norwich. Norwich down, Man City have played well. Sterling hat-trick and Man City to win 8-0.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are the chances of a double-figure score? Could you imagine?
Man City will want to avenge losing to Norwich earlier in the season as well at Carrow Road.
Oh, big time. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, as you say, if it's sort of 7 or 8-0, easy, because Norwich have been awful. And I've backed Norwich every single game this season, but not today.
It'll be the one they win then.
Yeah, they will, won't they?
I'm gonna temper myself a bit and say 5-0, but
I'm gonna say 8-0.
Say 8. You're gonna go with 8.
Yeah, I think
send them back in. Send them back with no confidence back to the Championship. You're not coming up.
Exactly.
You don't want to come back. You don't want to come back for 2 years.
So all your players, you're not coming up again.
Newcastle, Liverpool. Liverpool players will have been having a party over the last few days since the title celebration. We saw what happened that last time when they got picked off, didn't they? Was it Manchester City they played straight off?
Yeah, Phil Foden had a blinder.
Yeah. I think Newcastle might get something out of this.
Yeah, agreed. I think Liverpool done. It's been a fantastic season. Nothing riding on it. Score draw, 2-2.
99 points. That would be gutted. I think they'd rather finish on 96. I think it's going to be 1-1 Newcastle, Liverpool. I just think they might be, Southampton, Sheffield United. Now, for Sheffield United, this game is potentially huge. They can't finish 7th. Don't worry, it's not. They're finishing 8th or below. Arsenal can still jump above them. But I think they'll still want to beat Southampton, a team in very good form, with a striker in form in Danny Ings.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight one because there's two very similar sides. I think Danny Ings has been absolutely smashing it this season, which is fantastic to see. I think they're going to nick it, Southampton. I think he might get a couple of goals again. And he's close to being top goal scorer, isn't he? He's not far away.
Yeah, he's right up there, him and Vardy, which is great. English players up there.
It's good to see, definitely. So, yeah, I think they're going to win 2-0, Southampton.
Well, that was Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. We'll be back next week. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might do an FA Cup final special. We've got things planned for the month break in between seasons. It's going to be lots of fun. The Nations League's coming up as well. We get some England specials in there. There's one thing left to say. Enjoy the end of the Premier League season and cheers.
Cheers.